Is this it right here? They just uploaded a video? Right here? I guess this is it. I was expecting a live stream, but hold on. 8 minutes. 9 minutes almost. Christ.
Zombies.
Okay, buddy. I get that this is pre-rendered, but man, that looks good.
What the hell?
Is that the Wonder Waffle? The Thunder Gun? Whatever the hell it's called? I haven't played zombies in so long. At least not seriously.
We can't hold them off any longer.
Help is on the way.
What the hell? Yeah, it's pretty weird that that was a video and not a live stream. I mean, it makes sense, but I just expected that it would have been streamed instead. I haven't really played Black Ops Zombies since probably Black Ops 2, but back in high school, Zombies was pretty much the mode that I primarily played. Back then, it was also called something that would probably get me demonetized now because the world's just crazy. So we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I'm not sure why I stopped playing, if I'm being honest. I know one of the main issues I had was I hated spending like 3.5 hours just to get the wave 800 and then die and then have to start all over again. Obviously, I never got the wave 800 calm down, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if people have gotten that far. I can never do that though, because after a while your weapons just become useless. It would take entire mags just to kill one zombie, and you have hundreds if not thousands of them charging at you at once. Maybe not thousands, I guess, you know, the hardware requirements for that would be crazy, but you get what I mean. Fun fact, my gamertag actually used to be Zombie Reaper, mainly for zombies, but obviously I played other zombie games as well. I thought I was cool and edgy, and when you stacked them, the 1 and the 3 lined up for 13. I actually ended up making a clan with this. The other 2 members were Zombie Christ and Zombie Vermin. Again, the numbers stack up, and that was like part of the whole clan. Looking back, it is kind of cringe, but at the same time, I do kind of miss that gamer tag. I also made those logos just for this video. They weren't a thing prior. But anyway, point being, I spent an insane amount of hours playing zombies back in high school. I was just a huge fan of the game mode back then. I mean, I'm still a huge fan of zombie games in general and like zombie culture, but I grew up playing Resident Evil, and it's actually my favorite game franchise in general. And I spent a lot of time not only playing zombies, but the Resident Evil games as well as Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. I put hundreds of hours into those games as well. But yeah, what did I think of the trailer? Or at least what did I see in the trailer that stood out to me? I like that they're using global progression. I don't really think I need to dive too much into that. It kind of explains itself. The one weird thing to me though was the fact that you don't spawn with the pistol anymore. I don't know if that's going to be an option or if that's just the default, but that whole concept is weird to me. It'd be nice to choose a weapon you start with if there's a zombie camo grind, which I'll get into in a second. But starting out with a pistol and having to work your way up by buying things off the wall and testing your luck with the mystery box was a huge part of the overall survival experience. Like, there's been times where I had to decide, okay, do I spend the points to open a door, or do I buy the Olympia off the wall so that way I can kill zombies easier, but then I'm stuck in this room for a couple more rounds. So then deciding to let you bring whatever gun you want from the start is just kind of, it's a weird choice, but I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out. You can also call in a chopper gunner, which is interesting. Again, I'm not sure how well it'll do in later rounds. Perhaps this means you can call in score streaks too. I would assume at a much higher kill count than like 3, 5, 7 or whatever. Probably add a 0 to those, and that would make sense. But I'm also not sure if that's just like a random power up you get from zombie drops. And I'm also not sure if score streaks have been in zombies. Like I said, I haven't played in years. They mentioned the new exfil feature, which is also interesting, but albeit a little redundant or pointless. Unless there's like specific challenges based around successfully, you know, completing an exfil or an extraction. I don't really see the issue in just dying when you're done playing. That could just be me though. They also mentioned that all the post-launch content is going to be free, which is amazing. And since there's cross-platform, I'm assuming it's all going to drop at the same time, which is great news for me because that means I won't have to buy it again on the PS5. It also looks like they're bringing back ball zombies again, which when they introduced the ball zombies, that was like the same time that I was like phasing out of playing zombies. So I never really cared for them. Back in my day, the only ball zombies we had was the Wave 5 Hellhound spawns, which were a godsend because those waves were super easy, super quick, and they always gave you at least a max ammo, which was desperately needed in the later rounds. They showed off Juggernog and Speed Cola perks again, which I don't know if they weren't in the previous games, like BO3 or 4. They were confirmed as well. I miss in, I think, Black Ops 1 when we had the dive and the flop perk that did explosion damage. There was also a perk that prevented you from getting splash damage from explosions. I'm not sure if you had to stack that with the flop perk. I forget what it's called, or if you just needed that for the ray gun splash damage, but needless to say, I ended up killing myself more times than I'd like to admit, just from belly flopping off the top of a staircase. But yeah, I guess my main incentive to play zombies would once again be the camo grind, if there is a zombie camo grind. Obviously grinding camos is like the core foundation of this channel, but like I said earlier, the new spawning with whatever gun you want would work for this because instead of being at the mercy of the wall loot or the mystery box, you can just pick whatever gun you want to grind the camos out for and just work on those from the start. If it works out that way, I obviously wouldn't complain, but I also missed the Call of the Dead map, mainly because of the Not Ready to Die Easter egg song. For those of you who didn't know, Avenged Sevenfold is my favorite band, and them making a song for not only one of my favorite games, but one of my favorite game genres, that being FPS and zombies. It was like a dream come true for like 16-year-old me, or however old I was. Plus, George A. Romero was in it as like a mini-boss, or whatever you want to call it. And if you don't know who he is, he's pretty much the godfather of zombie culture. So, he actually died a couple years ago, so RIP to him. It would be pretty sick though if Avenged Sevenfold came back and made another exclusive song for Cold War zombies, especially considering they haven't put out an album since 2016, but I digress. But yeah, I don't really know where I went with all of this, but I think that about sums it up. What are your thoughts on the first look of the Cold War zombies? Are you excited? Do you care? Are you one of the crazy people in the zombies community who just posts on every Call of Duty post and complains that there's no new zombie features? Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I'm more so hyped for the idea of there being a zombie camo grind, but maybe I'll get back into the game mode itself. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. As always, if you're new here or haven't yet already, don't forget to hit subscribe with the bell notification so you know when I upload new content, mainly Call of Duty related. Like I mentioned as well, I mainly grind camo challenges, so if you'd like to watch me grind those challenges live, my Twitch link will be in the description, as well as my Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and anything else. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I'm HeyItsLonestar. Thank you for watching. Now get off me.
Time passes slowly.